The Gators ready to kick it away first. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes. Made a defender miss. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Gators come to the line in the hurry up. To the ground, he's got it again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback snake. I'd
have a chance. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's a give the ball. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Jones wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running inside. It's Pryor. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting moved.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Gonna run it. It's Phillips. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. On first down from the 13-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Run in the red zone. It's Ball. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But, man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this...
Into the secondary on the right. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Jones to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to run for it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Got a little grass. Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The run inside. It's Pryor. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Motion from the wideout. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. So now it's 2nd and long. Handoff for Ball. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
They'll run it. It's Ball. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Gators.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Off the play fake on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Quarterback strolling away from heat. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Georgia sends out the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Sending the offense back to work. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Makes the grab in their space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout, and they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest...
Maybe some room here. Got enough for the first. 20. Touchdown, Bulldog. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No,
I'm just trying to make it work, right?
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jones wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and go, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The DBs will back off a bit. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Throws to the back. Finds his man, it's Frazier. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, here's Frazier. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Phillips. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Western Kentucky, taking on the number 22 team, the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's the home team in front against this heavyweight of an opponent today. It's early still, but this one has the potential to really shake up the rankings.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Trying play action. Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Gators want to crank the tempo. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting
pass on
second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, and getting the first down.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Pryor. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Jones to throw. Spits it out to the back. That's caught. It's Pryor. Now facing a third and long. He might want another play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quickly complete. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Handoff for Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Back open in the middle. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
The Dogs looking to convert on 4th down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, they get the 1st down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Phillips. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Makes a man miss. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They've got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Frazier again. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Dead center perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Turning it on! They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here's a give the ball. Picks up the first down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Running right, it's Ball. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking for room, it's Phillips. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Makes it past the marker. Here's a little room there. Past the 20. Touchdown, Gator! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. The extra point here would tie the game. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. On the run, it's Phillips. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield?
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, I think this quarterback just needs to do a better job working through his progression. Looked to me like he was trying to force that into his guy who was covered on the play. There were other people open.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. On third down, he drops to throw. Hauls it in. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Phillips.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes a handoff. It's Phillips. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
And this is exactly what this offense needed, man. In the 4th quarter, you need to execute late in the football game to get back in it or to win it. This is a nice drive they're putting together.
The Dogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Rides to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. And it's good. The game winner. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.